Alright, then somebody I was show the other day was looking at this. I'll try to send you this link here. This is my old aquaponics I got in the house. This is my prototype, my trial. I've had it going for quite a while, over a year. But so the tank's on an independent stand. It's a 45-gallon tank. Then the bed is actually on its own stand, and then lighting has a separate stand. I did it all in separate pieces because it's just a prototype to kind of learn how to do everything. So this here is for solid waste. So if we can see in here, probably not. The duckweed's a little too thick. But anyways, how this works, you got a pump down here, pumps up, it goes into the middle, into that coffee can, and the flow goes straight up. It's called a radial flow. So what'll happen is your solids kind of billows in here, your solids fall down to the bottom of the bucket, and then your drain pipe skims off the top on the outside. So it minimizes the amount of solids going to your actual bed. Now, I've had this one going a year and I haven't dumped it yet. I will eventually once I get everything moved over. But right now I'm growing Australian red claws. That glass is kind of dirty. Let's see if I can find one. There's one right there. So there's two of them in the tank. I had quite a few more, had some issues, mainly my fault. I didn't do my maintenance like I should. Oh, there's the big one. There's a male, pretty good size. So hopefully that one's still a female. It looks like a female, but anyways, I got this little setup. I don't have very much in this whole thing. It was all scrap lumber I did everything with. Tank didn't cost me very much. Went on Craigslist and got the tank, resealed it. The pump that I have, I got on the lowest setting possible. So I'm actually gonna get a different pump to have a backup anyways, but I'm gonna have another tank that I'm gonna try this pump on. What I got set up is through this recirc loop here to slow the flow down some. So you got a ball valve here. I get this going to a fluidized bed. Yeah, you can kind of see it. So I've had that stuff for a while, so I just threw it in there as a fluidized bed. And then I have another recirc drain here, which I do have that closed right now. I kind of show you some of the plants here. Right here's a pomegranate that's finally growing. Kind of had some issues with that. This year I was trying something out. This is just a lemon seed that I got out of a lemon. I'm gonna see if it'll sprout here, but I got a cotton ball sitting there to wake the moisture up. I'm gonna try starting them all with cotton balls now. My buddy gave me that idea and I like it. Otherwise, got some strawberries in here. Tomato plant that's growing ridiculous, but my lighting's not intense enough. These are just T8 shop lights. They weren't very expensive, and I mean they were good for some of the other plants, but the tomato is just not enough light. I got my lights on for 14 hours a day right now. So, but some garlic. Garlic grows really quick in this. Just stick a piece in there, it'll sprout up really fast. These are avocados. I got, I don't know, 8 of them in there or something like that. All you do is you take the seed, just stick it down in there. It'll take off for you really good. Some green onions right here. We got some from the grocery store the other day, and I just took the bottom seed out, had some roots on them, stuck them in there. They took off. Yeah, looks like I just got some other. Hopefully, those are lemon trees. Let's see what those are. Yes. I got mangoes in the back. Same thing with mango seeds. You stick them halfway down. They're good. In the back, I got a jalapeno plant, a chili plant, and a habanero plant. They're doing fine. The habanero wasn't doing that great, but it's back there still kicking. All my peppers flowered out. They do okay in this, but definitely need more light. I stuck some sweet potatoes back here, trying that out. see if I can get them to root out and then start doing cuttings. So, but I think when I do my next bed, what I'm going to do is strawberries. I'm going to try to get the whole thing covered in strawberries, and then take taller stuff like the garlic, green onions, you know, whatever, stick them in there and let them grow out of the strawberries. But I am going to switch to some LED lighting, and I'm going to get them in front of this window over here. Try that, see how that works. But I think this is a really good design, these radial flows. Ideally, I didn't have, at the time I didn't have any round buckets, I just used what I had, but I want to take a round bucket, and then you cut this square hole out of the top of your round lid, drop this in it, cut the bottom off, and use that as your radial flow. I think that'll be a lot better. A lot of people will put drains at the bottom. The only thing that sucks about this, and you see these little ridges, the solids settle out here, here, and it's kind of a pain to suck it out because of the plumbing and stuff. So I think I'm going to go to a little different design when I do it. Oh, and this is a grape. This is a grape here. This is grape cuttings. I got, stick them in there. They took right off, so I rooted out. I think it's really good for rooting plants. I mean, stick it in there. It's a flood and drain bed. Works pretty good. I was doing a trial with the little K-cups here, just using the coffee grounds in it, but I don't think it drained good enough. And the hole wasn't quite big enough in the bottom to drain it all the way out. So you had to put kind of a vent hole. I think this stuff was plugged up, but I was trying to repurpose these, but I think it'll work. I don't know. I'm kind of digging the cotton balls, as long as they're true cotton. And you just start those. I was going to use this to start all my seeds. Start those, and then just go out and stick them in the ground with a little cotton ball and everything. I don't think that's a horrible idea, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. So, yeah, that's kind of my setup. If you have any questions, just let me know.